This week's episode of iFanboy is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Enter coupon code iFanboy to get 10% off anything you buy, domain names, domain hosting, whatever your little heart desires. Head over to GoDaddy.com to grab your own piece of the internet.
Hey, it's iFanboy. We're here at Rocketship Comics in Brooklyn.
And one of the things about this store is that they have these really cool signing parties on Friday nights and Saturday nights where they get the cool creators that come down, have a couple of drinks, get your book signed.
And this week they're doing Brian K. Vaughan and Brian Wood, so we're going to go check it out inside. So Ryan, what are you doing here tonight?
Drinking up the free booze and getting a book signed for my girlfriend.
Oh really, what book?
Pride of Baghdad. Brian K. Vaughan's here tonight.
Do you prefer Brian Wood or Brian K. Vaughan?
Neither. I prefer Brian Michael Bendis.
So if Brian Michael Bendis was in a cage with Brian K. Vaughan and Brian Wood, who would come out alive?
He wouldn't be in the cage. He would be the guy sitting in the office above the cage, betting with his other rich friend about who would win the fight.
People want pictures with him. These aren't nerdy comic fans. It's not like that big fat guy from the South Park cartoon who was playing Warcraft. It's not that guy.
So did you come down here to see the Brian Vaughan or Brian Wood at all?
Brian Vaughan more so than Brian Wood.
So what's your favorite Brian Vaughan book?
I really like Ex Machina, but I love Why the Last Man.
Do you read comics?
Yes, I do.
What's your favorite one?
Batman.
Really?
Yeah.
Rachel, are you single?
Yes, actually I am.
All right.
About 2 hours ago, I said, hey, you want to do this right now because it'll take 5 minutes? And he said, yeah, let me just go get my jacket on. He's still got his jacket on, so he's sweating. All right, we're here in Rocketship with Brian K. Vaughan at the end of a really long day. How long have you been signing and chatting and meeting today?
I guess since like noon today, I guess, or something. Yeah, so not here, but across the city. It's been a little crazy.
How are you still holding up?
You know, it's like you sound like a douche if you're like, oh, I'm so tired signing autographs and getting compliments from strangers. It's easy. It's just nice.
Is this, is like when Pride of Baghdad came out, I've seen it like on NPR and I've seen it in the New York Times and all this. Is this different than a lot of other books? Is this like a different reception?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I think it's mostly because stuff like Y and Ex Machina was like a slow burn where it would happen sort of like everyone thought it would be canceled on impact and then it would be like sort of a cult hit over time. Whereas Pride of Baghdad, there was like a big push beforehand because DC was really behind it, and I was sort of convinced there'd be like a big backlash, but no, I mean, people seem very supportive of it, so I don't know if it's because it's my first standalone graphic novel, but yeah, it does feel different than the other books. It's nice.
You got Runaways and Y sort of wrapping up, and you're going to be done with them, so what are you going to do to follow it up? Do you have plans for something on the horizon? Or?
Yeah, I do, but I mean, I don't want to rush it out just to have it out when Y ends, because I would rather sort of concentrate all my energy in kicking ass on the last 6 issues of Y and just sort of coming out as strong as we came in. So I want to finish Y, take a little breather, and then I'd hopefully do like another graphic novel, maybe something, hopefully with Nico again, I'd love to work with. And then after that, I'll decide on which idea I want to pursue for another 5 years, and we'll do another Y type thing, but not right away, I'm afraid.
I can understand that. Do you, is it like, I've noticed this crowd is a damn cool crowd. It's not really like San Diego.
Yeah.
Have you find that a lot of people read your books that don't read other comics, or you think?
Yeah, you do get a lot of people who it's their gateway drug to comics, that Y they got from their boyfriend or their girlfriend, and you know they said, please try this. You know, you'll understand why I'm such a geek after you read this, and that's very flattering. So yeah, it's cool.
You're my gateway for my wife. I got her reading Y, and now Escapist is like her favorite thing in the world.
How come I can't get my own wife to like my books then? What am I doing wrong?
Really?
No, she likes them okay. Not all of them, but many of them.
So you just moved to California from here?
Yeah, I did.
Where did you move exactly?
I'm in West Hollywood in Los Angeles.
See, I just moved from North Hollywood to here.
Oh, so, you got the better end of that deal then,
really?
didn't you? Yeah, you don't like New York?
I'm just going to ask you, have I made a mistake? Do you love California yet?
No, I don't. It's okay. It's not as bad as like Bendis' Fortune and Glory had led me to believe it would be. It's been okay, but yeah, it's you know, it's no Brooklyn. You know, it's no New York City. I love New York. I really miss it.
Cool. Do you read like weekly books and stuff that come out still?
Yeah, I do. I read like a dorktastic amount of comic books, yeah.
What's like the best stuff that you've been reading lately that you think other people should check out?
I mean, the thing I'm most looking forward to is the next issue of Acme Novelty Library. Chris Ware's stuff, 16, was pretty fucking amazing. So I just said fucking to sound cool because I'm talking about Chris Ware.
You can totally do that.
Oh, awesome. Fucking fuck. So love Chris Ware. I'll get the indie trying to sound cool ones out of the way, but 8 Ball and Optic Nerve are the books I most look forward to. But I'm not a snob. I love my Ultimate Spidey and Astonishing X-Men and DMZ I love. Brian Wood's around here somewhere. But I read everything. Scott Pilgrim, I guess, is the thing I keep recommending.
That's the book that people keep bringing up.
It's the greatest thing of all time. It's really it's a fantastic book. So yeah, I love it.
What is it about that book? It's a weird book.
I love it because, I mean, you can tell that it's written by a guy who's younger than me, and he's way better than I am too. And that's I don't know. It's just that energy of, you can tell it's totally unique and it's his voice. It's not him. Like when I broke in, when I was his age, I was just trying to write like Alan Moore, write like other guys, and he's not trying to write like anyone. He's just doing his own thing, and I've never seen anything like it. And you could only do what he does in comics, and he does it so well.
You know, because everybody who reads comics pretty much wants to be a writer. So you ended up in this sort of interesting position where you kind of, I'm not going to say you lucked into like a really good spot, but you were in a position where you had a really good access really early. You got your foot in the door in a way that most people don't get to with it. I think it was like a writer's program was in like
at NYU, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, when that happened and you all of a sudden you had the choice, like, were you thinking like, I can totally do this, I'm totally confident with it, or oh crap, what do I do now? How long can I fool them?
The latter is still how I feel today after having done this for 10 years. I absolutely think it's only a matter of time, and this is genuine, it's not false modesty. I think I'm good at a lot of things, but halfway through every script I've ever written, I always say, oh my god, this is it, I'm out of ideas, this is going to be the one where they figure out I don't know what the hell I'm doing and I'll be kicked out. But I've learned now that that always happens, so I try and ride it out. But yeah, I feel that way all the time.
It's a horrible way to live.
I keep telling people that it's like being a writer is like being a drunk in reverse, where you have to endure the hangover of writing to get to the drunken high of being finished. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So it's a long hangover, but again, it is not a job. Having scooped ice cream for a living and been a dog walker, worked in a psychiatric ward, I don't want to make it sound like this is hard or oh, woe is me. It's beautiful. You can't get better than this.
All right, well, that's all the time I need to take from you, so thanks a lot.
Thank you for letting me take 3 hours out of your life.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. I had a great time.
So we wanted to thank Brian K. Vaughan and Rocketship Comics and the folks who run that, Alex and Mary. Also, we didn't get a chance to talk to Brian Wood, but you should definitely check out his stuff. DMZ is pretty freaking awesome. Yep.
And if you're in Brooklyn, you need comics, go to Rocketship Comics in Cobble Hill. It's really the place to go. It's a really cool store. We like it a lot.
They had a great trade select. I spent a lot of money that night, so.
Well, someone spilled beer on some of the comics, so.
Well, that's not cool.
And it wasn't me.
Thank God.
Bye. So, Rachel, what are you doing here tonight?
I was actually supposed to meet somebody here who already left.
Your three sisters freaking me out. Pretty interested in Dork Talk.